Imagine that you are traveling alone to an indigenous community in an isolated place in the jungle of the Colombian Pacific Ocean. To get there, you can only go through the ocean from Buenaventura, a port that is at war between two drug clans. To survive with no passport, no camping tent, and little money, my only option is to find hospitality within the locals. And the question is, how will I touch the heart of the locals? I have just passed the port of Buenaventura. There was a road protected by the army, but I was too afraid to use my mobile phone to record. I left my passport in a safe place in Cali for fear of being kidnapped for my nationality. When I tell my story and my fears to Andrea, a girl sitting next to me on the boat, she opens her heart to me and tells me,
For 6 years, I have been building up a hostel with the locals of this beautiful place. Now it's my home. If you have no place to stay tonight, you are welcome to stay in my hostel.
The jungle surrounds me with its millions of sounds: birds, frogs, crickets, and even jaguars. On the motorbikes of local friends, we ride through Juan Chaco. 1 hour ago I didn't have where to sleep, and without passport, I also didn't have the possibility to pay for a hostel. However, now I'm crossing the jungle in a motorbike of the friends of a new friend that I just made, who is going to host me in a paradise. A paradise with the ocean in front of you and the jungle behind you. I jumped into the emptiness driven by my heart, and this crazy miracle happened. When I arrived to the hostel with Andrea and she shows me my room, I cannot believe it. I think my mind cannot take all the beauty at the same time, so my body starts trembling. And this is something that never happened to me before. The contrast to pass from fear to peace. And to see myself surrounded by all this, it feels like a dream. As I said, it was a paradise, and every second I am here, I realize of how lucky I am. But to live in an isolated place can be very hard for locals. An old lady told me that her father died because the antidote for a snake didn't arrive. But life can be easy too.
Amigo, que vino de español, es un bacano, lo vi montado en una moto. Yo soy Pacífico Rivas Salazar, que debe improvisar y presentarle, regalarle una tremenda fogata.
Mornings in the jungle are beautiful. The rain and the sounds of nature transform it into a natural orchestra. When the rain is over, I feel the call to enter into the jungle. But to get deep into the jungle, I need a local guide with a boat. No one can take me to the jungle for the few money I have, except one man, a friend of Andrea who is retired and used to be a boatman. I took another paddle to help him paddling, but there was total silence during the whole way. He was treating me like a boss for the few money I was going to give him. In the whole way, we don't see any other boat. No tourists, no people. Just me, him, and the silence. I asked him about his life, about his family, and in general life in there, but these answers are serious and short, just to be polite. there is a big barrier between us. I don't know what else to do. It seems impossible to reach his heart. But I hear the call again and again. Open his heart. Open his heart. And I try the last idea I have. To open my heart. I travel the world just to understand the mysteries of the human heart. To understand love, to learn to trust, and to find the sense of my life. So to help other people on the path of life in the best way I know. Years ago, I suffered a lot. But thanks to that, I found a very deep sense to my life. And I know how valuable is a smile and an open heart. I would love if you could feel me for what I am, and if you could see my heart as that of a friend and not of a stranger. I understand that living here can be very hard. Yesterday, I heard the story of a woman who lost her father because the antidote for snake venom did not arrive on time. Then he got petrified. This woman you talk about is my ex-wife, and his father was my best friend. From that moment, he felt me. He showed me all his suffering, and almost in tears he asked me for my name. And I listened to him. He could rest his back on a stranger, or maybe a friend.
Dígame algo a mí para que lo recuerde.
Ojalá es que pronto volviera usted a esta región para mirar esa belleza, amigo. ¿Cómo la ves?
Wow. Es mágico.
Then we walked through the jungle together, no longer as strangers, but as friends, as a grandson with his grandfather. He took me to a natural pool in the middle of the jungle, from where you could hear millions of frogs, birds, monkeys. Everything was so alive, and I was with a heart full of joy. At the end, after feeling him, I knew that he needed the money more than me, so I gave him all the money I had. And I left the jungle with a friend. And many lessons that cannot fit in this video, from these wise men. I crossed the beach by motorbike, thanks to a friend of Andrea. I feel the ocean breeze on my face, the smell of the sea, and I saw the jungle far away, with a feeling of freedom in my heart, and without any kind of fear. And before leaving, I even saw one more miracle. So what's the answer? How to open one heart? I think there are millions of answers, and every single show of love that we can do for someone, it's a way to open a heart. However, I think when we open our heart and we give this first step, trusting in the other person and also showing our weakness, I think it's a very beautiful way to open someone's heart. And you? What's your answer?